Hey, y'all. It is super, super awesome always to be in the No Static Radio building. It is Saturday. Gives me life. And if I don't have it, I gotta get it because I got to get it because I gotta be here, right? So anybody that know in radio, uh, even if you don't feel like it, you're gonna figure it out, right? He gonna be right there.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he should be walking in. My guest should be walking in any second.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, we got an interesting one today, girl.
Really?
We about to talk about some stuff. I got my phone on Do Not Disturb, so I hope he can find his way. I just thought about it, but I gave him the address. I hope I gave him the right address.
Not 3,300.
Right, last time I said poor Lex Vegas. Shout out to Lex. We had a
3,300.
super awesome meeting this morning. Another reason why I'm tired, because Lex had me early this morning. But it's always an awesome time with Lex, and we had a great meeting.
All right, I love y'all.
Bye, James.
Bye. I
Have
love
a
y'all.
awesome day.
I'm going
Get some rest. I hope you
Yes,
feel
get
better.
some rest.
Because it's something going around. People got sinus, everything.
I told her I just laid on the floor for an hour.
Jay told me he laid on the floor. Oh, that's okay. But yeah, y'all, we got a super awesome show today. It's a lot going on. So before I even get into my guest that will be here, Mr. Highly Spiritual One, we're gonna talk about the poly life and because as soon as I said that, Instagram started acting funny. Hold on, y'all. Let me fix that real quick because I want y'all to hear this. Why did it do that?
Damn,
You're live
Instagram.
because it contained music, so I'm started over.
Oh, Lord.
Girl, they be tripping.
All the music. And you know what's bad is Instagram, y'all ignorant, because they got Coy Leray as a part of their music list, too. They got the song as a part of their music
play,
list.
but I started it over. Right,
Yeah,
they do.
yeah,
I
they
know. That's so crazy. That's so crazy. But
They ignorant.
we back. Anyway, Instagram be tripping. Some weeks they let y'all have music, sometimes they don't. I'm gonna say it right now. I do not own the rights to this music. Okay? IG. Oh my gosh. Why? Why is it acting like that today, girl? So why Facebook just do it? Resume. It's a live video block. I'm just gonna finish and start back over. The universe is tripping. But that's okay. It's not tripping. Y'all doing what y'all do. I'll start it back over. We gonna start it back over. One moment. Come on now. I put on my thing on Instagram too. I put on here that I don't own the rights. That's crazy. But y'all ain't gonna stop me, baby. We'll start over. All right. We back. With no music. Y'all she said real talk with Reese. All right, I'll keep, oh shoot, did I move it? We gonna do real talk with Reese then. Because y'all not gonna stop this flow. This is a good one for real. And that is so funny. They so finicky.
Yeah.
One week is one thing.
They
Next week is another. So I ain't about to fool with y'all. So let me just give some shout outs real quick. First thing I want to say is tonight we are at Azul's Social Kitchen on Lorraine Avenue. So y'all need to come out. Milan, the artist, had a hot event tonight. That's gonna be so cool. It's gonna be fire for real. It's a lot of good artists performing tonight, showcasing their music and their artistry. It's gonna be really, really good. That's from 9 to 2 p.m. So that's gonna be, 2 a.m. 9 to 2 p.m. It is 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. at the Azul Social Kitchen. Man, that's gonna be hot. That's tonight. Last night, y'all, I went and I saw a chemistry band. And the guitarist Paul, shout out to Paul, the guitarist, man. That band, it was good. It was at Booker's Lounge.
Oh, okay.
And that's the first time I've been there.
Yeah.
I've been invited there multiple times.
Yeah.
I've never made it. And I actually, it was a cool little energy, real thing. You know what I'm saying? I just tell it's a lot of Cleveland Heights kind of bar. Yeah, it's a Cleveland Heights kind of bar, but I mean, I'm not from Cleveland Heights, so anybody's welcome, I'm sure. But that was cool, and it was like 7 to 9. I love me some live music. It is nothing like some good live music where you can really, like, if I'm like this the whole night, like, oh, yeah, you doing good. If y'all can make me get up and dance, you doing good. So, yeah, we definitely, I had a very good time kicking with them. And then we got Sam Silk on Sunday, y'all. I need y'all in the building. Come out and support CJ Star and all the super awesome guests. I think LOL Brielle is headlining.
What? That's my girl. Hey, Bree.
There's multiple good comedians, and I'm not going to tell you all the names because I don't have it in front of me and I don't know. But I know that CJ Star is going to kill it as she always does, and all the comedians will be great. And then it's at the great place. Like, I mean, you can't go wrong in that Sam Silks. So, yeah, shout out to Sam for just being a super awesome guy and always, open his doors to support local artists and all the great events. And then the food is good, the drinks are good. I'm going to be there, so the positive vibes is going to be in the building, okay? So y'all need to come out. Doors open at 6. Show starts at 7. So I need to see y'all there tomorrow at Sam Silks. Come support CJ Star. Also, tonight we gonna Duddy Wine, with Milana Artist at Azul Social Kitchen. And then shout out to everybody that's having an event. It's like 1,000 events going on. Like,
that's wonderful.
Between this week, next week, like. It's so many.
Yeah.
And you know what I want to do? You want to know what I want to do?
What's that?
Get in the bed.
Yeah.
I actually, I want a nap. Like, I think I'm going to need a nap today. But I just thinking about all of that make me tired. I'm tired. Yeah. But that's okay. I always ramp up. You the same way, I notice. Like, you can be as tired as because, let me tell y'all something about Decisive. She always working. And, but when it's time to hit that button to start, she don't go. And that's how I am. Like, I can walk in like, oh my gosh. But I wake up when it's time to go.
Yeah, so, definitely.
I hope my guest is not lost. I don't know.
You wouldn't, Reese. You talk about me, but my God, like, woo-wee.
Somebody.
The Energizer Bunny just keeps going and going.
Is that my boy, Jason Champion, the most famous, hottest artist out here? What up, Jason? What up? Miss you. You out there doing your thing. Congratulations on all the hottest things you got going on, man. You super awesome. You know, the city love you. We can't wait till you come back in town because it's always a vibe for real. And I'm not about to give a lot of shots out because I really cannot see from here. Just so y'all know, my phones are over there. Even with my glasses, I can't see all of y'all. So,
right.
You know what I'm saying? So anyway, man, there's a lot of stuff going on. But Great that was on my show last week. He was like, I don't care what you say. You clone yourself. I did not clone myself, y'all. It's one of me. I am I balance like pretty well. Like my mama taught me that some kind of way. I think it's not, I know it's in my genes. Yeah. Because growing up, I just watched my mother work 2 jobs and she had fun.
Right.
But she always was having fun, like with her friends, going out, whatever, doing events. And so I think it's just in my gene, and it's my ADHD. So y'all got to be careful because people are like, I wish I had your energy. I wish I could be you. You got to be careful what you ask for because it's a lot to it. Oh, you know what? I got to give a shout out. I got to give a shout out to Smoke Signals Cigar Lounge. It's their 1-year anniversary. Congratulations to the GTG, which is the Good Time Group. I am a member, and I just want to say I love y'all, man. I dislike, because I don't like to say the word hate. If I say hate, something wrong, because I really don't say that. Because I don't hate my enemies, honestly. Because that does something to your energy. Just a little, I don't know why that popped up for me to talk about, but I don't even like to use the word hate or even say it. Because when you hate people, y'all, that take away from your spirit. And I don't know why that came to my spirit consumption. To say. Yeah, I didn't let you get that much room in my head to hate anybody, whatever. But I do, I forgot what I was saying now. I was about to say I dislike something. I don't know.
See, it wasn't worth the time.
Yeah. I don't know. It ain't supposed to be said. We on to the next one, the next conversation. But yeah, I dislike not being able to be at this event at Smoke Signals and the GTG group because it's a vibe. Like the cigar lounges are a great vibe when you go, but they have their 1 year anniversary. They have super awesome events playing, y'all. So check out their page. Get in and go out and support the group. If I could get to y'all, I can. And one more, dang, another shout out. Shout out to Spike. I love you, Spike. That's my boy, that's my brother. He's having a birthday party at now why I can't say this is awful because I have an event there every Wednesday. Hourglass. He having an event today for his birthday at Hourglass.
Spike Lou?
No, not Spike Lou, but I saw Spike Lou say he had something at the Improv. But no, Spike, they call him Spike. His name Brandon Robinson.
Okay.
It's like my brother. He is the manager over there at Hourglass. And so he's going to be having a birthday party tonight. And Spike, I will find a way to get there. I will. Oh, we got a caller. What up, though, caller? Who's calling in? You on with Real Talk with Reese? Okay, that got scared. I feel like I should check on my guest, y'all, and see, because he is usually on time, and he's an on-time guy. But we're talking about poly today, y'all. And we're going to talk about relationships. Ooh. Yes, we're talking about the poly lifestyle. And he's taught me a lot about it. And I feel like the reason why I had him on is because I'm not one to say, I'm not for or against it. I don't really care. I think people should do whatever makes them happy. And I'm really there because, and I feel like I can speak on this. Just for one, I help people with relationships. But number two, I was married for 27 years. And then I also, of course, been single. So I think that people have to do what works for them. I don't get off and be like, oh, I think that's crazy or anything like that. There's my super awesome guest. Come on in. Oh, you got your baby with you? Oh. Yeah, she could have a seat anywhere over there or wherever or over there. Come on in. I just believe people should do whatever makes them feel good. And so we're going to sit over here. And so that's what we're going to talk about. Just jump into it and just like really, we're just going to keep it real. We're on Real Talk with Reese, and that's what we do, baby. What's up? Happy Sunday. I am awesome. I'm great. I'm tired. Why? I think I'm just because I have a lot.
You do a lot.
Because I do a lot. But I'm energized though. Like that's what I was just saying before. Like I could just wake up and be like, oh my gosh, I gotta do this. But once I get to where I'm going, I get energized. So I'm energized. You just gave me energy showing up because you are energy. So yeah. Scoot on over here because I need you in the camera. So I always want to tell my guests, this is my stuff, but you're really on that camera up there. So what's up?
Hello, I'm great.
Good. So yes, we have our guests. I don't know who the callers was. Y'all can call back. Call in 216-939-5087 if you want to talk about it, whatever. So what I was talking about is just about relationships. And one of the reasons why I decided to have you on and I pick you to come talk about this is for one, y'all know I like to have genuine conversations, and I know you would be very open to doing that. And I feel like I'm not an expert because I've never lived this lifestyle, right? But I've never not for it, against it, or anything. But I like your perspective, and I think the reason why that the polyamorous lifestyle gets a bad rep from sometimes is because it's not presented in the right way all the time. I feel like you have the right mentality and definitely could shed some light on it. I will say that if anybody for some reason doesn't know what that is, I can give you a definition about it. Basically I'm gonna read y'all this definition and then we're gonna get into the real meat of it and just we're gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I think some of y'all living this lifestyle already. Some of y'all already live in poly and don't even know you live in poly, okay? Right. In real life. You'll be like, I lifestyle. But poly is a form of ethical or consensual, and see, this is the key, y'all. Y'all gotta really pay attention. Consensual non-monogamy that involves having a romantic or sexual relationship with multiple partners at the same time. I think that really is a real. You agree with that definition?
I agree 100%.
Yes. Okay. Good.
Yes,
okay.
That's accurate.
Got that up there, but
yes,
you don't have to be like lean in, but because see, I think where people, the key to poly, and a lot of people really need to get with is that honesty.
Period.
That's what it is. Like it's really saying, and that's why I commend you on it, and I love that people like you that are just open and honest about it. Like it's a consensual thing, number one, which means you got to be honest with all your partners,
exactly.
right? And then it involves multiple partners at the same time. But I'm gonna just tell you how I feel about it, and then we're gonna go into talking about you and interest. I feel like it could be a super awesome thing for people that agree with that lifestyle if they do it the right way, because it takes me back to our original culture where we were families the way I think about it. And shout out to Brother Insight, who has taught me a lot of stuff too growing up. That it was all about like families helping each other and building and helping each other mentally and financially move up in the world and like really build an empire where everybody can win if you do it in a positive way. That's the way I look at it. So let me ask you this. Number one, thank you for being here today. We're gonna talk about your music and stuff too, because it's more than you just poly. I know that, but I wanted you to talk about it. So how were you always about this poly lifestyle?
Unknowingly, yes.
Okay.
And that's the honest answer. Yes, unknowingly, yes. Younger, we're taught that monogamy is really the only way to go. So when you're a natural man having natural urges that the universe gave you, it's kind of difficult to straddle one line, like being in a monogamous relationship, knowing that I have more love to give and I have more love to receive. So with the capacity that I hold, it was just like I don't think one woman could hold that one capacity just in its totality.
Okay.
So just knowing that and going through life, it's like I'm upfront and honest with you that you're not the only person I'm seeing, but you try to create an image in your mind where it's just you and I. So when the tables when it comes all on the table, you feel some type of way. But that's not, you kind of learn growing up how to navigate through that, and that is not poly. That's not poly. Because then you start figuring out lies and different dynamics of how to change things. And growing up as a young man, I had to learn that and to actually come to my own and live into my truth. It's all on the table. Everything is upfront and 100. So either you agree with it and you can see a future moving and be prosperous in it, or it's not for you. But at the end of the day, you're going to get the bare minimum. I mean, the bare truth, 100%. So you have the ability to make that decision on your own.
Man, do y'all hear that? Like, for real, you got to be a confident, but you know what? It's not even about confidence. It's just, I mean, I feel that energy. It's just, it's relief for you as a man, just to be honest, like from the start. And I love how you put that, because people need to hear that. Like, you saying that you want the love that you could receive and the love that you had to give out. You know, you're saying that's a lot that you knew that was too much for one person, or you have a lot of love to give. I feel like I got a lot of love to give too. Like, no, I'm serious. I'm wondering if maybe that, because I got a lot of love, y'all. I can love y'all. But no, seriously, like you felt that, and so when you knew that, was it like, okay, I really am in this relationship. I really like this lady. I like this young girl dating, but I still have more desires to date other people, and you just couldn't get that out your head, so you just had to be honest with yourself? Like, or did somebody tell you about it? Or how did you kind of even, because I mean, it's a poly lifestyle that a lot of people wouldn't know. Even, I think a lot of people are uneducated about it. So they don't even realize, how did you really like learn that this was a lifestyle? Because you can't just say, I just want to bring somebody in. You got to know the history of it and everything.
Right.
So
That's what it was. I did my own research.
okay.
It goes a lot deeper, but just on the Western aspect, that's how we were raised. Marriage, one man, one woman. That's the American dream. But if you go back in your history and you look at the African kings and queens, they had multiple relationships with multiple people, and the meaning of that and the reason for it was to build up the family. Nowadays in America, you have 38-40% of men in prison. Black men, I speak on black men. 38-40% of black men and women, and men in prison. What's going on with all the women out here? There are almost 7 times more women than men.
That's true.
Poly is about family and building a legacy. Every woman will have a man. Every child will have a father. It's not all about the sexual aspect of it. Yeah. And that's what I feel like a lot of people misconcept or have a misconception of. They misconceive. It's not about the physical aspect of it. It's more about the financial and the foundation to give all of these kids a 2-parent household, so to speak.
Yeah. So now, as a man, then you have to make sure everyone is provided for. That's a lot of responsibility.
It is, and if you know you're a man that can hold that capacity, then you shouldn't be in this lifestyle. Period.
Exactly.
If you cannot take care of the homes that you create, you shouldn't be in this lifestyle.
Now, so in poly, is it everybody in one house, or you can do it different ways where everybody in their own houses?
Yeah, okay. There are a lot of dynamics of poly. You can have everyone in one house. You can have multiple houses. You can have a cul-de-sac when everybody got their own house and all the kids just play together. So it's different dynamics of poly.
If it was me, if I was a man, and I was running the thing, y'all gonna be in different houses. I would like. It seems like it would work better to have everybody in the same house.
Because everyone's individual.
Yes.
And they like their own space.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
Yeah. Okay. And so, how long have you been living this lifestyle?
Going on about 15 years.
15 years. Yeah. It works.
It does.
Do you get married?
Yeah, you can get married in probably like
you just marry the first person and then you add.
No, there are states in the United States where you can marry multiple partners.
I didn't even know that. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
I didn't know that. Oh wow, I just learned something. I love learning things. Oh, so you could really marry multiple people in certain states. Okay. Definitely not Ohio, because it's a red state. We can barely just be able to get marijuana passed. We can't get basic stuff. They take everything away. Like, okay, that's interesting. Yeah. I think that people get caught up in sexualizing poly.
That's
the first thing people think, if you think about it, they think poly, they think, oh, they just want to have multiple partners. It's not even about sex. That's swinging. You're right.
People don't know the difference.
That's true.
A lot of people don't know the difference.
Yeah, and I know some women that can benefit. Like, I'm not trying to be funny, but I know some women, and I'm talking to y'all, and y'all know who y'all are, that are in relationships and they do just cheat. Y'all never leave them. Y'all won't leave them.
Poly relationship at that point.
They are. Y'all not leaving them. So why don't you just make it where you benefiting too? Because I know some of my friends, and that other girl make good money. You deserve her to take care of some of your bills. Because that is your husband, and he keeps going over there. So why don't you just be friends with her? She not going nowhere. I got multiple friends in this situation. Let Reese help y'all. I want to help y'all. I'm so serious. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm just a very realistic, be real with life type of person. I really do know women that have been in relationships 20, 10, 15 years, and they literally are. Okay, caller. Hey, happy Saturday. We on with Real Talk with Reese. Who's on the line?
Hey, it's Bella Love Carly. I call and talk to Miss Reese. I'm right with you.
Hey, Bella Love Carly. What's up, girl? Carly. Carly.
You know I got something to say, right?
I know. Bring it on, baby. I know that you have. Maybe that's the lifestyle when you start back into the world of dating. I think maybe what you think about this like poly lifestyle? What you got to say?
You know what? I don't have anything against the poly relationship or anything. When I was married, I heard Reese say she has some friends that they should get involved in that kind of relationship. When I was married, I actually offered it to my husband, but he didn't want to take it. For the very reason that she said, he kept cheating. And I said, okay, well, why don't we strike her home? But all men are not ready for that type of lifestyle, and all women are not ready for that lifestyle either.
That I agree that if you're not ready for it, it's not for you. You have to be open to it. But that's interesting. So see, that's the problem. Guys like him are the reason why they make it bad because if you keep cheating, he was cheating with the same woman.
Yeah, I don't know. Listen,
Shoot.
I can't answer that part. Can't answer that part. But then later on, when I got involved in a relationship after my marriage, we actually discussed. I call it a plus one relationship, and it didn't bother me. I think the issue is a lot of men are not that open to talk about it. Say whether or not they want that or not from the very beginning, like you said. And a lot of women would rather lie than tell the truth about their true feelings about it.
True. I think that is the problem. Like that's what people have to just be real about it. But it's interesting that to hear from that perspective because usually you hear the women are not open to it. But I'm glad you brought that up because the man wasn't open to it, huh?
Yeah, a lot of times men don't tell the truth. They rather just.
That's stupid. You gave him an out.
You gotta look at it from a different perspective.
What do you say?
You gotta look at it from a different perspective because he could be a man that knows he want to live his side, but don't want to open it up to another side. Like I said, there are different aspects of poly. So, with bringing that to the table, you have to be ready for the opposite partner to say, okay, well, you want to bring another woman in, I want to bring another man in. And a lot of men, that's a conversation that they don't want to have a conversation about.
Now, you don't agree with that, right?
It depends, honestly. And there are different, like I said, there are different dynamics.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm that girl that if I had a poly relationship, I would want to actually marry. Actually, men don't want to hear that.
See?
Yes, that's what I hear a lot. Like the guys, like if you poly, you with me, I have my women, and then there's no other people that are going to be. They don't want another man involved. But yeah, okay.
But let me get the record straight before I hang up. So people be listening to me. I'm interested in a lot of relationships. I'm just saying I'm open to the conversation about it. Okay. So don't come to me and say, Carly, you said you wanted one for women. I never been with a woman, so that's not what I said. Okay. I'm just giving a different standpoint on the topic. So,
No, I like that.
Thank you for taking my call.
Yes, absolutely. Have safe travels, man. Have safe travels. I'm glad you called in, and I'm glad you brought that up because I think that a lot of women and women are men. I think that they don't realize that their significant other could possibly be open to it. They don't have that discussion, and that's kind of why I wanted to talk about it because right now the way the world is going, like for real, let's just keep it 100. Everybody's kind of open, and everybody is living their truth. It seems like people are starting to try to live more in their truth. So we need to just like have these conversations so people can understand the dynamics of what it means, and then maybe it will educate them more into feeling more comfortable to have a conversation with their significant other. Because I think it's true. Some of us, I think there are people that can really only handle one person. They only want one person. I think that's fine. But if you have a desire to always, you can be a perfect wife, you can be the perfect husband, right? But you still have this desire to want other people in, then you need to have, there's something inside of you that is, because I'm totally, y'all know I'm all about energy and listening to your intuition. And sometimes that's really your soul talking to you, saying that this is who you are. then be who you are and live in that world. There's so many people that would join in and be okay with living that lifestyle with you. But y'all gotta be open and honest and have these conversations.
That's the truth. That's the
Yeah. Yes, I think I do think that a lot of men don't say it because they're afraid of rejection. They're afraid of a woman that may say, "Oh no, that's not what I'm interested in," and have to lose that person. But you never know the woman that you're dealing with may really be open to that relationship if you're just honest with her.
Right. You're right. You're right. Well, I appreciate you calling in. Decisive stepped away, so you might still be on the line for a second. But yeah, that's what's up, man. I appreciate that. And that's what we need. Open. Like, that was really real for you to even be able to say, about your relationship and even being open, bold enough to tell your husband, hey, or your whatever it was relationship, you're still cheating. Why don't we bring somebody in? That was big of you. I like that.
It was, because a lot of women wouldn't do that.
A lot of women wouldn't do that. But I hear that. Like, I remember Stacy, everybody knows Stacy No Limit, our little media team, that she told me with her 16-year marriage, her husband just could not be faithful. And he loved her to death. And it was clear he loved her. So she said now that she would much rather have an open relationship or whatever, and because she would have just said it, don't lie. Right. She was like, her whole problem wasn't cheating, it was the lying about cheating. Like, and she says that all the time, and I get that. And I think a lot of women would be like, I'll tell y'all some real stuff. When I first found out my husband was cheating, I was really devastated. Mainly because he was so good at, like, acting like he wasn't, and he used to be so jealous. Like, I was doing nothing, but he always accused me, like, you can't go nowhere, you gotta do this, you want me, like, very controlling. It was because he was doing stuff. In my mind, the minute that I found out, like, I used to be like, if I ever find out you cheating, I'm gone, I'm done, right? But as soon as I found out, I didn't leave, right? In my mind, I was just devastated. But, so I say that, and then I started thinking, like, well, we was together 27 years. Hello, I'm a real person. Like, dang, I assume you might do something, but it would have been a respect aspect. If we would have sat down and had a conversation and been open and honest, we could have maybe, well, probably would have still been with him because that energy thing wouldn't work because he's too controlling. He didn't want me to go nowhere, and I wouldn't have had to have another man. But I think that if the minute we always say what we won't do until you're presented with
that situation,
right?
That's true.
So I just think that we need to have these conversations, and I think you need.
Well, Reese, the only reason why women don't leave, most women don't leave because we don't like change. So it's like the people that you know is better than the people that you don't know.
Yeah, I know I didn't leave.
The person that you know, you're like, well, I know what makes them sick. Instead of getting to know somebody that actually know who you are, and their desire is to 100% understand you, it's a better place. But you don't look at that. You look at the space you're in right now at that moment.
Right. I honestly didn't leave because I didn't believe that I could financially do it by myself. And I was the breadwinner. But mentally, I didn't have the confidence that, oh my gosh, I got 4 kids. Can I do this myself? Like, I'm just very honest about that. And now that as soon as I saw I could, I was like, oh, I could have been. But you don't know it till you do it. I was like, oh shoot, I was already doing this. Didn't even know it, right? So that's what it is, and I love who I become, and I'm definitely more open to life now. So I love life. I love experiences.
You got one to live.
You only got one life to live, y'all. We gotta stop. We really hinder ourselves because I think we so worried about what society says, and I'm not gonna act like that was not my issue. I would have been worried about what my mama said. We worry about judgment from church.
Your grandmama,
everything. Like, we worry about judgment. And so that's why I'm so big on helping people find their purpose, and love yourself is real. When you love yourself, I don't give a gosh darn now. Now, I don't care what y'all say about me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I truly understand me, and I don't care what other people say. But you really got to be a confident person in yourself. And when people get to that, they'll if you ain't gonna live in this poly lifestyle if you Don't be worried about what other people say.
Exactly. Family, friends, anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how did you?
How long has he been college?
15 years.
15 years?
Yes.
So what does your mom say about that? How does your mom look at you in that aspect? My son probably should be
Exactly. You know,
No, for real.
You know the kids, they kind of know, the lifestyle that they'll live. Now, whether you agree with it or not, that's different. But if everything's done in truth and respectfully, and that it's flourishing, then what's the negative aspect of it because of how you were raised and how your parents were raised and how their parents were raised? That's pretty much what it is. It's a generational thought of this is what we're supposed to do. So this outside thinking is wrong. Anything on the outside of what we're supposed to do is wrong. And that's how we're taught as kids. And it's like a ball of clay. That's what the kids are going to do. You're going to mold it into what you see and what you want it to be. But once you actually bust out of that clay and realize that this world is trees and leaves and grass, you can actually move around and float and, get the knowledge if you look for it.
1 second. Carly.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's giving a lot of background. So she can't hang you up, but maybe if you hang up, it's giving a lot of background. I can hear all your background. But thank you for calling in. I'll call you about that August 6th lingerie fashion show.
Okay, not okay, bye.
Bye. But and I really wanted to make sure this point got across. One of the reasons that a lot of us don't live our truth is why I got married, because my mother told me, "Oh, you pregnant? You gonna marry him?" She at that point I wasn't living me. I was living my mother's life and my mother's rules and how I was raised, and so that's why